All right. I'm going to start seated today since a lot of y'all are already there. And I know you all by now who are here, but yeah, I know you could sit comfortably. But if your knees do go above your hips, you're just going to want to prop up on a block or two. Okay, so you're going to sit cross-legged. It's called Sukhasana. You could scoot your hips back a little bit to give you some space, but if your knees still go above your hip points, okay, you're just gonna wanna prop up on a block or whatever you got. All right, just rest your hands in your lap and bring your hands so that your palms are right at your kneecaps. Okay, so rather than palms on top of the kneecaps, bring them right on the kneecaps and draw your knees apart. Okay, knees apart, sit tall, close your eyes, and just take a deep breath in through your nose. Lift your shoulders up and exhale out your mouth. Relax your shoulders down and back. And twice more like that. Deep breath in, shoulders lift up, and exhale out your mouth. And once more, your biggest breath all day in through the nose. Sip in a little bit more air at the peak. And exhale completely out your mouth, and the bottom of your exhale, relax your jaw. Let your lips softly come to touch and engage your yoga breath. So this deep, full breath in and out through your nose. Okay, and that's your breathing technique throughout the whole class. Okay, so if you ever feel like you need to reconnect to this breathing in and out through the nose, just come back to child's pose and reconnect. Okay, with your next in breath, bring your palms to touch at your center and bow your face down towards your heart. Okay, release your hands back into your lap, lift your chin, and blink your eyes open. All right, so you're gonna switch the hook of your legs, switch the cross of your legs. So the other leg on top. Yeah, I always forget it's a hip opener, this Sukhasana. Okay, you gotta do both sides. You can take your left hand to your right kneecap, right hand behind you. On fingertips, sit tall. Root down through your left hip especially, and twist. Right shoulder back, look over the right shoulder. Okay, come on back to center. And second side. Okay, right hand to your left kneecap. Okay, left hand behind you on fingertips. Press your left kneecap against your palm. Sit heavy through your hips to get tall as you twist. Okay, and come on back to center. Now come on forward for tabletop. Okay, with your wrists straight across your mat and under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, arch your back, look forward. And exhale, round your spine. Look towards your navel. Okay, twice more like that. Deep breath in, chest forward, look forward. And exhale, round your back, push the floor away. Okay, one more round. Inhale. And exhale, round your spine. Okay, this inhale, find a neutral spine and pelvis. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back for your down dog. Yeah, down dog. And if you haven't already, slide your feet back another 2 to 3 inches from tabletop. Okay, and feet inner hips width apart. Okay, you're gonna bend your right knee deeply. Turn your heels to the right. So your left heel roots on the floor and swing your right leg in front of and across your left. Or twisted dog. That's it. Hands flat, arms straight. Lift your left hip up as high as it'll go. Okay, come on back to center. And second side, bend your left knee deeply and turn your heels to the left till your right heel roots. And swing your left leg in front of And across your right, and just like down dog, arms straight, hips lift. Come back to center. Bend both knees enough to feel a little arch in your low back. And with your inhale, come to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front. Nice, Astrid. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, bow forward, touch the floor. Okay, again, inhale, just gonna lift halfway up, legs straight. And exhale, bow in and touch. Okay, inhale, lift halfway up, this time hands on your hips, shoulders back, and come on up and stand. Okay, arms at your side, palms forward. Take a big breath in, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, arms in at your side. Okay, deep breath, root down through your heels to reach up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Touch the floor in front of you. Okay, inhale, shift weight into your right foot. Step your left foot way back for a lunge. Okay, bend your front knee over your ankle and make sure your back foot's vertical. And then inhale, twist open, reach your right arm up. Okay, keep that back leg straight. Lengthen both sides of your body long. Turn your chest towards the wall to your right. And look up so far as it doesn't strain your neck. Right, hands to the mat. Step forward and switch sides. Weight in the left foot. Step your right foot way back for your lunge. And yeah, just make sure that back foot is truly vertical. Okay, and inhale, twist open, reach your left arm up. Okay, as you twist open, keep your left knee widening to the left. Okay, without moving your front foot, pull it back towards the wall behind you. Turn your chest towards the ceiling. You should feel a little hip opener in that left hip. All right. Left hand down next to your right, step back for down dog. Okay, inhale, plank pose. Come on, forward. Okay, keep that plank shape as you lower for low plank. Okay, lower all the way down to the mat, point your feet. Bring your arms alongside your body. For locust, inhale, lengthen to lift up. For locust, shoulders up, arms lift, legs lift. That's it. Okay, keep your hip points grounded on the floor. Just gonna look to your right, turn your chest right, right shoulder back. Okay, and second side, look to your left, get a little boost on the left side, left shoulder back. Okay, we got it. Come on back to center. Hands flat by your ribs, tops of feet down. For cobra, inhale, slide forward to come on up. Good. Okay, exhale. Down dog. You can roll over the knees or the feet. Lift your hips back. Okay, spread your fingers wide. Flatten the entire perimeter of your hands evenly and really nail down the index knuckle part of your hand. Okay, that's the first point of contact. And as you inhale, come to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look through the hands, step or hop to the front. Nice. Lengthen your back, hands on your hips. Okay, shoulders back. Up to stand. Okay, face the front of your mat. Just gonna turn the face towards you so you can see me. We'll do feet hips width apart. Okay, feet straight forward. Bend your knees deeply. Like a downhill skier, sit down and sit heavy. Sit back. Okay, and rest your right forearm across your thighs. So your right elbow's on your right thigh. Right hand grabs a hold of your left outer thigh. Turn your chest to the left. Reach your left arm up. Okay, keep your knees level. Insofar as you can keep your knees level, you could pull yourself into the twist. Look up so far as it doesn't hurt the neck. Good. Okay, second side, left forearm. Cross your thighs. Turn your chest to the right. Reach your right arm up. And so far as your knees stay level, you could use your hand against your thigh to pull yourself into the twist. Awesome. Okay, come on up, both arms up, straighten your legs. Okay, exhale, you're gonna swing your arms behind your back. Clasp your hands behind you. Step your feet as wide as your mat. Okay, feet straight forward. Bend your elbows, clasp right at your sacrum, angle your elbows back. Big breath in, pull up with your arms so your shoulders are even with the base of your neck. Okay, then bow right down the middle, shoulders lift. And fold down the center and bend your knees as much as you have to release your low back. Okay, bend your knees as much as you need to. If your hip flexors are at all binding, bend your knees enough to release them. And so much as you feel release, you can straighten your legs out as straight as they'll go. Right, looks good. Unclasp, touch the floor in front of you. You're gonna wiggle your feet towards one another. They're about inner hips width apart. It's about one fist width apart. That's it. Okay, weight in your right foot, step your left foot way back for your lunge. Okay, you're gonna come up, hands on your right thigh. Okay, you come up slowly, root that right heel heavy. Okay, you can lean into that right leg. Just keep the arms straight. Okay, and inhale, reach your left arm way up. Okay, as you exhale, slide your right hand up the right thigh and hook your left elbow across the right thigh as high as it'll go. Okay, either palms touch. In prayer, our arms could swing open if you could touch the floor with your left hand. Okay, bend that right knee, widen your right knee right, send your left side chest forward, palate back, look up as you're steady. Yeah, there it is. Okay, hands to the floor, frame out your right foot with your hands. Okay, lower your left knee super gently, straighten your right leg out for half split. Half split, yeah, get long enough in your stance. So the left knee slightly behind your left hip. Right toes point straight up. And right knee points straight up. Hands on either side of your right shin to the floor or the blocks. Okay, most importantly, keep that right foot flexed, right foot engaged. And it's a little twist to the right as you bow. All right, we've got it. You're gonna rebend your right knee, flatten your right foot. Might have to shorten the stance a little bit for lunge. Okay, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up. And you're just gonna step forward and switch sides. Weight in the left foot, step your right foot way back. That's it, yeah, for your lunge. You're gonna come up, hands on your left thigh. Okay, really focus in on that left heel as your point of contact. Okay, get it grounded. Arms straight, back leg straight. Okay, then go ahead and reach your right arm up. Okay, create all the space on the right side of your body to twist. You slide this left hand up the leg. Use the hand for leverage to hook your right arm. Yeah, Sammy, all the way across. Okay, once your elbow is hooked, either hands touch or fingertips or arms swing open. If you could touch the floor with the right hand. Yeah, Colleen. Widen your left knee left. Send your right side chest forward towards the wall to your left. Look up. Nice, Astrid. Okay, hands to the floor. Frame out your left foot. Okay, lower your back knee super gently. And it wouldn't be a runner's class without half split. Okay, half split. Left toes point up. Left knee points up. Everyone's favorite pose. You flex that left foot. And you ought to be able to smell the smoke coming from your hamstrings. Okay, you should feel all your hamstrings fire. Okay, without moving that left foot, as if it could kick the wall behind you, draw it back towards you. And you twist more over the left leg. Okay, just watch your left kneecap doesn't roll out to the left. Good, looks good, Ryan. All right, y'all. We've got it. Come on up. You're gonna step it back. Down dog. Stretch it back for down dog. Inhale, come forward for plank. Exhale, chaturanga, low plank. Keep your shoulders lifted as you lower your hips. For cobra, point your feet. That's it. Slide forward as you come up. Okay, you could either, roll over the knees of the feet for down dog. Okay, inhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand for a low lunge. Lower your back knee super gently. Yeah, pat up the knee if you need. Okay, and turn your right foot at a diagonal to the right. Yeah, just make sure your right knee points the same direction as your foot. And so far as you can keep that alignment, you bend your elbows deeply. Okay, so far as your weight stays centered on your back thigh, you bend your elbows, eventually come onto your forearms. Okay, once you're on your forearms, you could point your back foot so far as it's clear with the left knee. So far as it feels all right with that left knee. Okay, with that, moving that back knee, drag it forward on the floor, tip your left hip up slightly. And that'll actually give you more access to scissor square your right hip back. Root the right heel, set that right hip back. Okay, you're gonna come up onto your hands, hit tall. Okay, you're gonna come onto the outer edge of your right foot. Flick your toes up. Okay, so more like that razor edge. Okay, and this one, your right knee could go past your ankle. Okay, your right knee can go way wide. Okay, so most importantly, flick your toes up. Okay, as your hips open, again, you can bend your elbows without moving your front foot. Even while it's on the edge of the foot, draw it back. Draw it back towards the wall behind you. That's important. That's what's making it a hip opener. Good. All right, you can come on up, flatten your right foot out. Step it back, down dog. Okay, second side, inhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. For your low lunge, low lunge, lower your back knee super gently. Angle your left foot to the left, about 15 degrees. Make sure your left knee points the same direction as the foot. And give it a few breaths for your hips to open. You can bend your elbows. Eventually settle in onto your forearms. And there's this scissor squaring in the hips. So you drag your back knee forward on the floor to tip your right thigh up into its hip socket. And without moving that front foot, you draw it back to plug your left femur bone into its hip socket to open up the left hip deeper. Right, you're gonna come on up and come onto the outer edge of this foot. So come onto that razor edge of the left foot and flick your toes up. Okay, that's most important. Engage the foot. Okay, and then this left knee could widen to the left. Okay, just so far as your foot turns at the same rate as your knee. Okay, so there's no crooked ankle, no twisted ankle. Flick your toes up, flick your toes, engage your foot. And without moving your front foot, pull it back towards the wall behind you. And that's the one that might feel the outer hip. It should feel as if it were wrong in that left outer glute. All right, looks good. Come on up. Flatten the foot out, step it back, down dog. Hey, inhale, right foot steps around your right hand. Low lunge, lower your back knee gently. Okay, reach your right hand for your left foot. Quad stretch. Yeah, you could hold either side of your foot. Just lengthen both sides of your body long. Draw your heel towards your outer hip. Engage your back foot, tip your hip up to your heel. Nice straight. Yeah, you can come on your left forearm as your quad opens. And today, it's okay to turn your chest towards the floor. Okay, and flatten the face of your left thigh more on the floor. Okay, just always engage your back foot. Hello. Quad stretch, gently release. Good. Okay, down dog, step back. Down dog. And second side, inhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand for low lunge. And reach your left hand back for your right foot. Quad stretch. That's it. Yeah, you can hold either side of your foot. Okay, just like we talked about in that first low lunge, just keep the weight centered on your back thigh. And that'll govern the position of your pelvis. That's how you know it's neutral. And you're stretching all your quad muscles more evenly. And as your thigh opens, your quad opens, you can come onto your right forearm eventually. And today, turn your chest towards the floor, more of a forward fold. It's okay to create a slight rounded quality about your mid-back. Flatten the right thigh more on the floor. You can even slither your back knee further back. Hello, quad. Okay, be mindful, release. Nice, Astrid, that seems to be holding up nicely. Down dog, stretch it back. Yeah, every down dog ought to be an opportunity to really neutralize your back. Enough bend in the knees to set your thigh bones up into their hip sockets to create a subtle lordotic curve in the low back, little arch. And so far as you can keep that, you can stretch your legs out. Inhale, plank. Okay, keep that plank shape lower all the way to the floor. Good. Point your feet, you're gonna come onto your fingertips. Hands a little wider than your mat. Wrists under your elbows for a gecko. Cobra on fingertips. Yeah, elbows wide. Shoulders back. Claw your chest forward. Lengthen your back. All of us, really good. When you come out of this one, pull forward to lie back down. Yeah, good, Colleen. Okay, flatten your hands. You can either do a push up or pass through hands and knees. Down dog. Nice. Okay, inhale, come to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees. Stepper, fly to the front. Nice. Lengthen your back. Hands on your hips. Keep your upper thighs plugged back as you come up. And stand. Good. Okay, feet hips width apart. Feet straight forward. Bend your knees deeply. Hands on your thighs. Okay, you're gonna rest your left shin across your right thigh for a figure four. Okay, bend the right knee deeply. Flex your left foot. Take your right hand to your left sole of foot. To remind it to flex. Take your left hand against your inner left knee. It's subtle. Without pushing your left knee down, you actually want to lift your inner left knee up against your hand to engage the muscles around your knee and set your left inner thigh back, hips back, sit back. Awesome. Okay, step down. Second side. Okay, so weight in the left foot. Rest your right shin. Cross your left thigh. For a figure four, bend your left knee deeply to create a shelf for that shin. Left hand against the right sole of your foot. Remind it to flex. That's what makes it a hip opener. Okay, then right hand against your inner right knee. This is more subtle. Press your inner knee up against your hand. It'll just engage your muscles, not much movement, but your right inner thigh flows down. You feel your pelvis broaden, butt back, hips back. Good, step it down. Sweet. Reach your arms up. Exhale, dive forward, touch the floor in front of you. Okay, inhale, shift weight into your right foot, step your left foot way back. Turn both feet towards the wall to your left. Take a wide stance. That's it, adjust your feet so they're even and straight. Good. Yeah, if you were to draw a line from your second toe mound straight back, it intersects the very center of your heel. Okay, that's the landmark you're looking at. Okay, everyone's shape of the foot's a little different. Okay, if there's any tweakiness in the back or the hip flexor, bend your knees as much as you have to clear it. Yeah, so far as you feel release, you could straighten your legs out as straight as they'll go and fold down the middle. Okay, you lift halfway up. It's okay if you need to shorten your stance a couple inches. It's okay if you need to bend your knees to clear your hip flexors to come up, hands on your hips to stand. Good. Okay, you're gonna turn your right foot towards the front edge of your mat. Okay, make sure it's exact. So point that right foot directly towards the front edge of the mat. Bend your right knee deeply. Warrior two, arms out to the side. Okay, side angle pose, right forearm to your right thigh, left arm by your ear. Okay, most importantly, square your hips towards the wall you're facing, square your chest towards the wall you're facing. Okay, you should feel release around your left low back and hip flexor. Yeah, sure, you could touch for the full pose so far as you could keep that alignment. Chest and hips square. Good. Okay, come on up. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Hinge forward. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right hand. Just the outside of the center of your right outer shin to the floor of your block. Okay, if you could get taller if you need to lengthen your back. Reach up through your left fingertips. Okay, so far as it doesn't hurt your neck, look up through your left fingertips. Make sure that left wrist is directly above your left shoulder. Awesome, okay, come on up, hands on your hips. Turn your right foot in. Okay, make sure it's straight towards the wide edge of the mat. Turn your left foot towards the back edge of the mat. Okay, bend your left knee deeply. Yeah, Ryan, warrior two, lift that back arm a little bit. Yeah, there it is. It does help to look at it. Okay, side angle pose, left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm by your ear. That's a straight diagonal line from your right ankle all the way out through the right fingertips. So far as you could keep that, you could reach down for the full pose. Left hand to the floor of the block. Yeah, Sammy looks good. Okay, come on up. Straighten your left leg. And hinge forward, left hand. Just to the outside of your left outer shin. Colleen, slide your back heel back a smidge towards me. Just the heel part. Better, toes in a little bit. There, that did it. Yeah, the toes responded more than the heel. We got it. Yeah, legs nice and steady. Reach up through your fingertips. Look up. All right, y'all, come on up. Hands on your hips. Turn both feet towards that wide edge of your mat. And bow back down the center. Touch the floor in front of you. Okay, as your hamstrings open, you can walk your hands towards your feet. You could grab a hold of your outer ankles or outer shins if you could reach. Okay, without moving your feet, pull them towards one another to fire up your legs. Hold your center, extend long through your spine as you bow. Looks good. Okay, lift halfway up. Hands on your hips. Yeah, it's totally legal to bend the knees, especially if it clears your back as you stand. Okay, turn to the front, step to the top of your mat. Hey, it's getting dark on me earlier. I don't know what that means. It's almost fall. All right. Here we go. Weight in your right foot. Okay, you're gonna bend your left knee. It's a little different. I don't know that we've done this, but we're gonna hold your left heel with your right hand. Flex your foot. Take your left hand under your left calf. Like you're going to baby cradle your shin. Okay? You're gonna take your left foot and set it up into your right hip crease. Angle your left sole of foot towards the ceiling. Angle your left knee towards the floor. Flick your toes against your right hand. Okay, left hand on your left thigh. Okay, as you're steady, left hand at your center. Yeah, good. Okay, now, if you're steady there, left arm off to the left and swoop it behind your back and grab a hold of your right arm with your left hand. Yeah, that's it. And someday you walk your left hand down your right arm and grab your left foot with your left hand. Nice. All right. Okay, gently release your foot. Yeah, the more dramatic, the better. Perfect. Good. Exactly. Okay, second side, weight in the left foot. In so many words, you really just want to draw your right foot up into your left hip crease, turn your right sole of foot towards the ceiling at the same rate your right knee angles towards the floor. So you just want to make sure there's no twist in your ankle. Flick your toes against your hand. Angle your right knee towards the floor. Okay, it's like a standing lotus situation. Right hand at your center. That's the technical name, standing lotus situation. Okay, and then if you're steady here, right arm out to the right and swing it behind your back. And grip a hold of your left arm with your right hand, maybe. Okay, and then someday walk your right hand down your left arm to grab a hold of your right foot with your right hand. Nice. All right. Step down. More graceful than I did. That's it. Yeah, right. Good. Awesome. Okay, feet as wide as your mat. Turn your feet towards the side walls. Bend your knees deeply for squat. Okay, press your triceps against your inner knees. Press your inner knees against your triceps to create a lift in your low back. And straighten both legs. Turn your feet straight forward. Place your hands for down dog. Step it back. Yeah, a little bend in the knees after a strong standing series, just to clear the back. Okay, pigeon. Right knee forward. Pigeon. Yeah, right knee all the way to the right edge of that mat. And square your hips, come onto your forearms. Press your forearms down against the floor to create more of a rounded quality about your mid-back. Hollow your belly. Right inner thigh flows down. Right outer hip sets back. You might be able to slither your back leg a little further back after a few breaths. It'll be subtle. Okay, only so far as your hips stay square. Okay, you're gonna come on up, reach your right hand for your left foot. Quad stretch. Yeah, I could get taller to reach the foot. For a lot of us, once you've got the foot, yeah, you could come onto your left forearm. Good. And today, nice Colleen, you could turn your chest towards the floor. You could slide your back knee further back. Flatten your left face of your quad more on the floor. It's always in relationship You got to engage your back foot to tip your hip up just subtly, even as you stretch it longer. Awesome. Gently release. Step it back. Down dog. Bring your feet together. Reach your right leg straight back, one-legged dog. Bend your right knee, stack your hips like a fire hydrant dog. Okay, look under your left arm, lift your left shoulder up, even with your right. Good adjustments. Right knee up. There it is, step it down. Down dog. Second side. Left knee wide. Pigeon. Ekapada Rajakapatasana. Prep pose. Pigeon. Okay, you press your forearms down against the floor. And there's a subtle rounded quality about your mid-back. Breathe up into your kidney region, hollow your belly. That'll go afford you space to allow your left inner thigh to spiral down. Your left knee might be able to widen a little bit left. And your hips might be able to settle a little bit further back so far as your hips stay square. Okay, reach your left hand for your right foot. Thigh stretch. And you draw the heel directly towards your right outer hip. Weight centered on your back thigh. And today it's okay to turn your chest more towards the floor. Think more of a rounded mid-back, hollow your belly. Eventually your back knee could slide further back as your quad opens. And again, it's always a little engagement. Flick your toes against your hand. You feel the right thigh plug up into its hip socket. Good. All right. Release. Step back. Down dog. Feet together. Stretch your left leg straight back. Bend your left knee. Stack your hips like a fire hydrant dog. Okay, that right shoulder is going to want to droop. Look under your right arm, and where you look, you'll literally create more attention. Lift your right shoulder up. Good. Okay, lower it down for dog. Okay, lower both knees to the mat. Hero's pose. Virasana, knees, hips width apart. Feet, outer hips width apart. Okay, watch the feet. Toes will tend to get tucked underneath. Make sure your feet continue the same diagonal line as your shins. Yeah. Yeah, you can bifurcate your calf muscles. Good work. Push them out to the side. Yeah, if you could touch the floor behind you, take your time. You can remove any props. You come onto your forearms. Eventually come all the way back. Nice, Astrid. Fine, got it. Sammy looks good. Colleen, all of us, we've got it. It's a hero runners crew. The subtleties of this one as you go deeper is front ribs down like a sit-up. Soften your thoracic spine more towards the floor. Neck neutral, upper thighs root down. It's a deep psoas stretch. Okay, come on up. All those other quad stretches are for fun. Yeah, that one's for real. One of the deepest quad stretches. Stretch it back. For a dog, should feel good to stretch your legs out after a deep bend in the knee. Okay, right foot forward, pyramid. Pose, pyramid. Take a short enough stance. Okay, this left heel is rooted. Angle your left foot towards the left upper corner of your mat. And bow over your right leg, hands on either side of your right foot to the floor of your blocks. It's a hint of a twist to the right as you bow. Ist. Pay attention to your right kneecap. Watch it doesn't roll right. Stay straight on, straight forward. All right, step forward, bow at the top of your mat. Feet straight, feet level. Okay, and second side, weight in the left foot, right foot back. Parsvottanasana pyramid. And make sure your feet are at least inner hips width apart. Back heels rooted. Okay, and all these asymmetrical forward folds where one leg is forward, it's a hint of a twist. You got to sway hips slightly right to square your hips. Churn your very low belly left. You fold over the left leg. Eventually chin to your left shin. Okay, rather than bowing down the middle. We've got it. Step forward, bow forward, top of your mat. Okay, hold opposite hand to elbow. And keep your legs active. It's okay if you bend your knees to clear your back, but they are engaged. And relax your whole upper body. Relax your neck. You could swing your torso side to side. Shake the head yes or no. Exhale out your mouth. Relax your jaw. And come onto your fingertips. Fingertips on the floor. Lower both knees to the mat. Camel pose. Okay, Ustrasana, either toes tucked. Okay, if it's difficult to reach your heels, if your back gets all cranky, toes tucked. Otherwise, toes untucked. Bend your elbows, palms face up. Okay, when you come into back bends, it's subtle and it seems counterintuitive. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears more, even with the base of your neck. So you're creating all this space in your back before you bend it. Okay, only so far as it feels spacious. You could venture back. Good, right hand to right heel, left hand to left heel. Your neck's a continuum of your back bend. Once you've got your heels, broaden your chest. Shift your hips forward like a sail in the wind, wind at your back. Okay, when you come out of this one, both hands at the same time. Yeah, good. Yeah, hands in front of you like tabletop. Windshield wiper both feet, both shins to the right. Sit to the left. So your left hip's on the floor. Yeah, right hip is lifted. Okay, and take your left hand behind you on fingertips, right hand to your left thigh. You also take the back of your right hand and wedge it under your right thigh. Yeah, and lift up. It's a little bit of a wrist stretch. Root your left hip down to lift through the left side of your body. Left shoulder back, look left. Okay, come on back to center. Second side, come on up. Windshield wiper both shins to the left. Okay, so the left shin is in the crook of the center of your right sole of foot. All right, so left hand to your right thigh, or back of the left hand wedges under that right thigh. And right hand behind you on fingertips, that's it. It's one twist where the opposite hip is lifted. You really anchor that right hip. Get a big lift through the right side of your body as you twist. Okay, come on back to center. Swing your legs out in front of you. Line your back. Take a breath. For bridge pose, bend your knees. Place your feet. Ankles underneath the knees. Feet hips width apart. Root your feet down to lift your hips up. Lift your low back up. You can either clasp your hands underneath you, or arms alongside you. Whichever gives you more leverage to walk your shoulders up and underneath you. You want to lift your chest towards your chin, but keep your chin perpendicular with the floor. All of us, good alignment. Ryan, slide your feet towards your head a little bit. Yeah, once you've lifted up, yeah, totally, there it is. Okay, come on down, unclasp. Press your hands against the root of your thighs. Keep the back of your head down like bridge. Okay, reach your arms out like cactus arms. Guys, surrender. Wiggle your feet as wide as your mat. And let both knees windshield wiper right. And rest your right foot across your left thigh. And look left. Root your left shoulder down. Okay, come on back. Second side, both knees, windshield wiper to the left. Rest your left foot across your right thigh. And gaze to the right, root your right shoulder down. And bring it back to center for happy baby. Bend your knees, hold your shins or your feet. Either hold it still or rock and roll, whichever feels better on your back. And rock yourself up to sit, please. Okay, and stretch your right leg out in front of you. Bend your left knee in. Place your left sole of foot flat on the floor to the inside of your right thigh. Okay, more like the twist, Sammy. So this left knee will point more straight up. Yeah, there it is. Okay, left hand behind you. Reach your right arm up. Exhale, hook your right arm across your left thigh for a twist. Yeah, keep the right toes pointing straight up. Right knee points straight up. Sit tall and twist. Left shoulder back. And look over the left shoulder so far as it's clear in the neck. Okay, get taller to unwind. Second side, left leg out, right knee in. You place your right sole of foot about a fist width away from your left thigh, inner hips width. Right hand behind you. Reach your left arm up and exhale to twist. Left elbow hooks across your right thigh. Stamp your right sole of foot down to anchor your right hip down to create a lift through the right side of your body. Twist from your very low belly. You feel like the shirt move right. Your torso churns right. Your shoulders turn right. Finally, your palate right. So it's a twist from the very core of the pose rather than just swinging the neck. Okay, looks good. Come on back to center. Stretch both legs out wide. Pavishra Konasana, feet point up. Knees point straight up. Root your legs down to create a lift in your back. Okay, and so far as you could keep this lift in your low back, legs rooted, you bow right down the middle. Okay, if you go to come forward, if you feel your knees lift up, if you feel your low back start to tuck under, and stay more upright and root your legs down as straight as they'll go. Thanks, Colleen. Good. Good, Ryan, your assistance there. I've met more pets through this process. It's so sweet. Okay, come on up. And come up for calf smashing. Tabletop. Good. Astrid ran for the door. Don't run for the door screaming. Sometimes that's your practice. That's it. Okay, you're gonna take your left shin across your right calf muscle. So yeah, right at the knee crease. Okay, and then smash the calf with your shin. And yeah, you all know where you're going. Just make sure you hit the whole shin or whole calf. Take your time, and yeah, where you feel the most intensity is really where what you're after. Usually, okay? Shouldn't feel any sort of sharp pain, but you should feel a very strong sensation, okay? Like you're foam rolling with a very pointy object. I could even like saw your shin side to side. Deep exhale to soften your your right leg and allow your shin to drive in deeper. Okay, do both sides. Right shin across your left calf. A lot of the hip opening and like the subtleties in finding depth in the lower body with poses and mobility. It's often, not often, but sometimes the final piece of the puzzle is to stretch the calves and the feet. Like even the musculature of the calf could affect the stretch. Okay, come up, sit on your calves for a foot crushing. Okay, take your fist to the sole of the foot and hit the outer center of the sole of your foot from the heel part to the toes, the entire sole of the foot. Okay, make sure you do both feet. Okay, and then lift your hips up and just tuck your toes under. Stretch the arches of your feet. Okay, and come on up and slide back for Shavasana, final pose, and settle back. You made it. Lie back, take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Relax your jaw. Close your eyes. And simply receive the blessings of your practice completely. Enjoy your breath. Let your breath pulse through you and begin to move and stretch any ways that feel good. And draw your knees in and bring yourself up to sit on your mat, please. Close your eyes. Bring your palms to touch in front of your heart. And as a way of honoring yourself and those around you and your commitment to your practice, we bow. Namaste. Happy running. Thanks so much. Really look forward to this Wednesday night class. I appreciate that. If any of you have any questions for me, just let me know.